So the news is out, leaked. We think Bridget Phillipson is toast. She's done. That was the end of that. Thanks very much for coming. Off you pop. Which, you know, you might expect me to turn around and be popping the corks and going, yay! And I am. But I have no confidence in this government. So I'm equally worried about who's going to take her place. Because, of course, it's one thing getting rid of someone. It's another thing if the next person that comes in just carries on the job of wrecking education like the last one did. Whoever comes in has to wipe the slate clean and start again. And whoever comes in has to engage with those who are in the education sector. And by engage, I mean speak to the independent sector, the state sector, the heads, the teachers, the classroom assistants, the children. I know, odd concept, isn't it? But actually get feedback, listen to and work on the areas that need working on. Send provision, as we know, is null and void in the state sector. It simply doesn't exist. Yet we know that more and more children are requiring send provision. So for me, the starting place is having a look at the bits that are flatlined, the bits that are on the life support, and speak to those people who are needing the most critical care and work out best how you can do that. And once you've got that bit under control, or at least back breathing, then you can start looking at education as a whole. But don't do what Phillipson did and come in with your wrecking ball and just smash the lot, making empty promises and, you know, setting goals and attainment that can never be met. In terms of VAT on education, you know, this was written on the back of, you know, a receipt. It was not thought out. It was not investigated. There was no risk assessment. There was absolutely nothing other than Bridget Phillipson and Rachel Reeves' ideology that suggested this was going to work. In fact, everything said it wouldn't. So what we've got now is two broken education systems. And I, for one, will never forgive her. Ever. And I won't forgive Rachel Reeves because, as well, you know, get rid of Bridget Phillipson. She is at the helm of education, so we can blame her for the education bill. But Rachel Reeves is the one that forced through VAT on education from an economic perspective, knowing it would make no money. So if Bridget's going to go, Rachel should go as well, because we've got two women here who are making choices that have already detrimentally affected the educational outcome of tens of thousands of children. And you can't undo that. You can't get your eraser and go, that didn't happen. You can't turn around to the children that you've disrupted and said, I'm really sorry. Come on, come back. Let's just forget that didn't happen. We'll start again. The damage has been done. It's not possible to backtrack. And these are kids as well that have already been through the pandemic, have already been through disruption once in their lives. And now we've done it again. And it's unforgivable. And it's unforgivable because they knew. They knew this was not... I mean, where is the 1.7 billion? Has anyone asked that question? We're so busy looking for the £22 billion black hole. Has anyone asked the question, where is that money? Where is any revenue from VAT? Where is it? Because it was going to be ring-fenced for education and it was going to provide 6,500 teachers. But it hasn't, and it isn't, and it's not. So where is it? And the answer is, it isn't anywhere because it didn't raise anything. But we don't have anyone that's going to admit that. I mean, Keir Starmer just does not do accountability, does he? So he's hardly going to be giving out the party edict, you must apologise. I mean, Lucy Powell says the most disgusting comments, foul, unforgivable comments, and she's apologising, gone, that's all right then, don't worry about it. Well, the British public aren't going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say it's okay. I say to my children when they go, oh, I'm sorry, you could have said cabbages. You could have literally said tea bags. It makes no difference. It's a word. I need to see that you are sorry. I needed to see that Lucy Powell was sorry by her resignation. And I'm sorry, but it's as simple as that. I needed to see, well, Bridget Phillipson isn't sorry. Keir Starmer needs to be sorry. Rachel Reeves needs to be sorry. They all need to be sorry. And I want an inquiry into what Bridget Phillipson has done with the education bill, with nurseries, with VAT on education, with breakfast clubs. I want to see an inquiry because she has systematically pulled apart every area of education with zero accountability. She hasn't taken who did advise her? Because they need to go as well. Whoever Bridget Phillipson's advisor was needs to be sacked as well, because there was at no point consultation with the education sector on the independent side and the state side. Catherine Birbalsingh was pleading with her to engage. James Wilding, like the longest serving head in the country, pleading with her to engage. These are educational experts. She ignored them all because she knew better. So she's off. Well, we're told, we think she's off. It's being leaked that she's off. And I feel lessons need to be learned before the next person comes in. And, you know, there's names being thrown around, but the one name that isn't being thrown around that I think should be is Rachel Maskell. Because in this whole debacle, Rachel is the only one who has actually advocated for children. She's met her constituents on both sides of the coin. She's listened to their fears. She's listened to their concerns. She's looked at and seen what's happened, and she's acted. Rupa Huck did as well. Two MPs in Labour have done this. They'll all be coming out the woodwork now going, well, we knew it wasn't a very good idea, but, you know, we didn't say anything. Too late. This is children's futures. There's not the time to do that. You don't get a second go. Once it's gone, it's gone. So personally, if anyone up there is listening, go and listen to Rachel Maskell. And if you don't want to make her education secretary, make her the top advisor, because she understands education, she understands children, and she understands special educational needs. And I don't suppose she and I would see eye to eye politically on many things, but policy-wise, I think Rachel Maskell is Labour's only hope of sorting this sorry mess out. And I think Bridget Phillipson, personally, I don't even think she should be put on a backbench. I think Bridget Phillipson needs to go and find a career doing something else that's not politics. And I think she should also probably have a bit of anger management as well while she's at it. But, you know, that's a personal thing. It's up to her. But for me, I want an inquiry and I want her gone, because she has caused untold damage to children and families and schools and a generation. And that is unforgivable.